Hi guys, welcome to episode 2 of Adult Bedtime Stories with me, JenJenivive, where I read adult stories for bedtime, for you, to make you laugh as you're going to sleep. We are going to start with the 69 Club. Welcome to the 69 Club, where things get real tight, where knees crack loud and egos take flight. Darren signed up thinking it'd be divine. Instead, he sprained his neck in record time. Jules thought 69 was a road, not a pose. She showed up in leathers and steel-capped toes. Karen brought her ex, which she now regrets. He cried mid-act and couldn't find his little pet. Pete got cramp and lost circulation. He fainted and needed resuscitation. The 69 Club is for the elite, the best of the best, the ones who eat simultaneously with no protests. Simon said, "I've nailed it," full of pride. He cried, that was one hell of a ride. Not everyone can master the rhythm and pace, and some think the 69 Club is a race. It's a journey that you cannot take alone. Linda tried that. She looked like a dog without a bone. Graham cried, "I can't breathe, I'm seeing stars." She said, "That's the point, babe, raise the bar." The 69 Club can make you feel vulnerable and exposed, especially when things get right up your nose. The 69 Club can be a surprise. You can be the 6 or the 9, just give it a try. The end. That was the 69 Club. My pussycat needs a playmate. I have a lonely pussycat. I don't know what to do. She hasn't got a playmate. It's making her feel blue. My pussycat is friendly, my pussycat is tough. My pussycat enjoys playing nice or playing rough. I tried to play with my pussycat, but she didn't really enjoy. She nearly swallowed my fingers and hated the toy. I went to the store to buy her a friend. What about this wiener? I definitely recommend. The wiener was big and long. He enjoyed being stroked. But when I took the wiener home, my pussy was still sad and moped. I called my mum and asked for advice. My pussy needs a playmate. What do you suggest? Pussies love playing with other pussies. Find another pussycat. I think that's best. Mum also offered to keep the wiener at her place. I'll love it forever. I think wieners are ace. I began searching for the perfect playmate. I went online and posted an ad. I had a response in seconds. My pussy needs a playmate too. She's very mad. My pussy was lazy. She was very chill. She needed a pussy to match her energy and sometimes give her a thrill. Another reply came in quick. My pussy is lonely, but she is a catch. The owner attached a pic and it was definitely a match. She invited me round to her house for wine and dinner. Before I knew it, we were in her bedroom, wrestling and doing the scissor. She said, "Let's go to the kitchen for something hearty." We ended up having a donut party. We left the next morning. My pussy was tired but felt great. My pussy was no longer lonely. She had a regular playmate. I found the perfect playmate. I called Mum to tell her the good news. "That's great, but I have to go. I've been up all night playing with the wiener. I need a snooze." My pussy finally had a friend. 5 stars. I definitely recommend. The end. That was My Pussycat Needs a Playmate. This is Lucy Loves Her Pussy. Lucy's pussy is called Taco. Lucy loves Taco so much she plays with her all the time. Lucy's cute pussy especially loves being tickled on her pink nose. Teasing her pussy was Lucy's favourite thing to do. Lucy likes to give her pussy a workout, but first they have to do some stretching. Lucy loves it when her friend Jake joins in too. Jake has a pet sausage dog called Rod. Jake really enjoyed working out with Lucy and her pussy. He wishes they could do it every day. One day, Lucy went to visit her friend Beth. Of course, she took Taco with her. Beth also had a pussy. It was fat, hairy, and called Chuff. Taco tried to play with Beth's pussy, but that just made Chuff angry. Chuff was hungry and in desperate need of her favourite food, salami. Lucy and Taco headed home so that Beth could feed her hungry pussy, Chuff. They bumped into Jake. He was so excited to see Lucy and her pussy, Taco. He asked Lucy if she fancied a quick workout at her house. Lucy agreed. Taco was very excited. It suddenly started raining and Taco was dripping wet. As soon as they got home, they got straight into the workout. First step was stretching, followed by an intense cardio session. Although the workout was quick, it was very intense. Both Lucy and Jake were sweaty and sticky. Lucy and her pussy were sore and exhausted. Lucy was hopeful that her workouts with Jake became a regular thing. The next day, as Lucy was stroking her beloved pussy, she noticed something moving. She angrily called Jake. "Your wiener has given my precious pussy fleas." Jake couldn't understand what went wrong. He always made sure his wiener was clean. He headed straight to Lucy's house. Lucy spent the next few days making sure her precious pussy was clean. Word spread around town about Jake and his infected wiener, and Jake was so embarrassed he had to move to another city. Lucy decided she was much happier alone. She bought some new toys for Taco to enjoy. The end. That was Lucy Loves Her Pussy. Simon's sword. Simon has a sword. It is so shiny and grand. He is always waving it around. It was always in his hand. He takes it with him to work. It's not really allowed. He shows it to everyone. He is very proud. But Simon is missing something. He feels a little sad. He wishes he could have a sword fight. He calls and asks his dad. "Dad, can we have a sword fight? I've heard it's really fun." His dad hung up on him. He said, "Absolutely not. You are my son." Simon called Helen. She has a very kind soul. Helen said, "I don't have a sword, but can you fill my hole?" Simon didn't like the sound of that. Her hole wasn't really his thing. He needed to find the perfect sword, one that can make him sing. He didn't know what else to do. He put an ad in the local paper. He got a call the next day from Stuart. He was Helen's neighbour. "Helen said to call you. She said you needed a sword fight. I have a sizable sword right here. Trust me, it's quite a sight." Simon was buzzing. That night he didn't sleep a wink. He stayed awake all night. Stuart's sword was making him think. The next morning he polished his sword. It was really shiny. He slid his sword into its scabbard. He felt so mighty. Simon walked with purpose. It was a fast power walk. He approached Stuart's place. I hope he isn't all talk. Simon walked through Stuart's garden. He saw a hole freshly filled. Whoever filled that is incredibly skilled. Knock, knock, knock on the door. Simon's heart was beating fast. It was racing. Stuart was ready for a sword fight. There was no mistaking. They didn't waste any time at all. They got straight down to it. The sword fight went on for a while. They're both incredibly fit. Simon left sweaty and a little bit grubby. I finally had a sword fight. Simon felt really lucky. Stuart was very receptive. Simon gave his all. Simon spends lots of time watching men fight with swords. Simon polished his sword so much it was bordering on cruel, but he will always be ready for his next duel. The end. That was Simon's sword. Sally's alley. Sally has an alley. It is warm, damp and wet. When you enter Sally's alley, it is hard to forget. The entrance is concealed by a big bush. Don't try to enter it if you're in a rush. Sally's alley is long, Sally's alley is wide. Once you get past the bush, it's nice to be inside. Sally's alley floods sometimes. Be careful, watch your step. Don't try to enter her alley without doing your prep. Ask Sally for permission. Hey, can I come in your alley? She never declines an offer though. What a silly Sally. When you're in Sally's alley, you won't touch the sides. No need to squeeze or force your way in. You'll just glide. Sally's alley can be smelly if it hasn't been cleaned. Just don't tell Sally. You'll knock her self-esteem. Sally is very proud of her alley. It has many guests. Sally's alley is unforgettable. It has that effect. It's dark and moist. It is the perfect size for anyone to visit and come inside. Is there an end to Sally's alley? We do not know, but there's always a queue of people willing to give it a go. The end. That was Sally's alley. Ben's baguette. Ben has a baguette so yummy and long. When you munch it, you can't go wrong. But Ben was in distress. Nobody wanted it. No one said yes. Sally, look at my baguette. You'll love what's inside it. Put it in your hand. Don't you want to try it? Sorry, Ben. Thanks for the offer, but I'd rather not. I'm not sure your baguette will hit the spot. Sally went home and ate a salad with lettuce, feeling content with her cat, Precious. Embarrassed, Ben went home and came up with a plan. I'll take my baguette to the market and offer it to everyone, even my friend's Nan. A crowd formed around Ben's stall, everyone taking a look. Jane approached Ben while holding a book. What's this then? Let me see. Oh, baguettes are not my cup of tea. I prefer a ham sandwich. Apologies. Jimmy was next with a dog and a stick. He could smell something delicious and was ready to buy it quick. Jimmy used his hands to gauge the size. He said, what a disappointing surprise. He tugged at the lead and made his dog flinch. Goodbye. I was looking for something more than 12-inch. Ben wasn't deterred. He carried on with his quest. Tony came next. He was smart and well dressed. What's inside your baguette? He said, engrossed. Chicken breast and a baguette? It's fun to have a bit of both. Sorry, pal, no breast here, but there is mayo in there. Ah, no worries, I'll leave it then. But you should ask my Nan, Gwen. Gwen, come here and see this. My baguette is here. You won't be able to resist. Oh, it does look delicious, Ben. I've missed having baguettes since the loss of my husband, Ken. Ken used to give me a baguette daily, every lunchtime. It's been 8 years, and I miss the taste. It was sublime. Ben was right. Gwen couldn't resist. It was like a genie had granted her wish. Gwen took his baguette home and gobbled it all up. Sign on the door said, "Don't interrupt." Ben was happy his baguette was enjoyed. Gwen's love for baguettes was again employed. There is no pretending that every baguette story has a happy ending. The end. That was Ben's baguette. The local bike. In my neighbourhood there is a famous bike. Everyone has ridden it, some twice in one night. It wasn't flashy, shiny or new, but it gave a lot of joy to the whole crew. The seat was scuffed, the frame a bit bent. Ask anyone, riding it was time well spent. Tom took it first, then Jane had a turn. Everyone agreed it gave quite the burn. It's so smooth to ride, people would exclaim. Once you've ridden it, you'll be glad you came. The mare confessed with a cheeky grin, I hopped on last week and it did me in. The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker all swore by the bike. It's definitely not a faker. Through sunshine, rain and even snow, the local bike was always ready to go. The priest had a short ride and yelled, Dear Lord! The plumber had ridden it 12 times this week, a new record. A car salesman once gave it a try. He left so impressed, he let out a wet sigh. He said it's better than most, its rhythm so steady. I'm always eager and always ready. The bike loved its fame, it never got shy, although once its gears got a little dry. The builder arrived with a bottle of lube. Then the bike was ready to take the next group. Easy now folks, don't push in line. I've only got one seat, please take your time. The old shopkeeper laughed, it's got some loose gears, but it's served me well for the last 20 years. Even the king, with a wink and a grin, said it's my turn to take this bike for a spin. Whether you want to ride it fast or slow, the local bike will go with your flow. It's just 2 wheels, a frame and some steel. Riding the local bike makes everyone squeal. It wasn't perfect by a long shot, but when you ride it, it always hits the spot. So if you're feeling sad and a little blue, just remember your local bike is there for you. The end. That was the local bike. Betty Swallocks. When it's hot and sunny and you're sticky and sweaty, it's almost guaranteed that you'll get a visit from Betty. Betty Swallocks is her name. Making you uncomfortable is her game. She arrives without a care. Betty Swallocks will give you a sticky pear. Betty Swallocks is moist. Betty Swallocks is sticky. Getting Betty Swallocks to go away can be a little tricky. Troy called Helen, can I make you brunch? I've got something big for you to munch. Thinking about Helen made Troy very sweaty. Suddenly he got a visit from Betty. Go away, I'm waiting for a guest, not that you care. Betty laughed, I'm here to give you a sticky pear. Helen arrived, shocked and confused. She gasped, Betty is here? I'm definitely not touching that. Helen said, have a shower, get fresh and clean. Once you smell better, then I'll be keen. Troy went for a shower. Betty went away. Now we can definitely play. When Betty arrives, you'll adjust and itch. Betty Swallocks is her name, and she is that bitch. That was Betty Swallocks. Billy's banjo string. Billy had a banjo, he played it every day. He played it fast and slow, he played it night and day. It played a lovely tune, so lovely Billy would moan. Sometimes he recorded his sessions on his phone. Matt came by one day to show off his trombone. His favourite instruments were ones that need to be blown. Have a blow on my trombone, it might be your new favourite thing. I'm no good at blowing, I'll stick to playing strings. Billy went to bed and played with all his might. What happened next gave him a fright. As he viciously slapped and tapped, his banjo string suddenly snapped. Oh no, what do I do now? I can never play again. Just then he had a call from his good friend, Glenn. Can I come over so we can play together? I can bring some lotion. I'm afraid not, Billy cried. My banjo string is broken. Glenn came straight over. There was no delay. He would help Billy and his banjo string, come what may. Glenn was good with instruments. He really knew his stuff. He knew how to mend them when they'd been played a bit too rough. Glenn took his time. He worked through the night to help Billy get his banjo feeling right. Billy called his dad. He was an old-fashioned chap. Don't worry, son, I was 17 when my banjo string snapped. I was playing so hard and fast, the vein showed on my head. My banjo string snapped right on my bed. Billy felt happy. He was reassured. He was a bit more gentle with his banjo after all it had endured. Billy met a new friend. She nicknamed her instrument something bizarre. She watched Billy play his banjo. He watched her strum her guitar. The end. That was Billy's Banjo String. That was the last book of Adult Bedtime Stories with me, JenJenivive. If you enjoyed it, please give me a like, comment down below your favourite book. Subscribe if you can as well, it would help me so much. Bye guys.